What is ascension? And to me, that means a remembrance of what you have always been. And this is the same remembrance in all different religions, in all different faiths, in all different practices, to connect with the divine. And you can call it accepting Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. But what that means to me, accepting Christ, is allowing the Christ, the Christos, the Christ energy of the divine that's within every single one of us to surface within us. One thing I want to make clear about this, friends and family, is Christ is not something separate from you. All that is within every single one of us. So that means within every single one of us is Christ, is the Buddha, is Krishna, is Sophia, is every single different name and face of the divine exists within every single one of us. Every single angel, everything exists within us. It's all a part of us. All of our ancestors, any of our guides, it is all a part of us. What the divine is the infinite. It is all things. And that has quite literally an infinite number of faces that it will present to different ones of us. Different cultures, different people will see the divine, but in different ways. It's just a different perspective of the same supreme being, which is existing within and through and as every single one of us. It's not separate from us. So I think it's a really important distinction to understand that, like, saying the words like, I accept Jesus Christ, to me, that means nothing. If you would like to accept Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, you have to embody that which is within you. Christ is within you. It's not something separate from you. It's not just the human being, Yeshua, who lived. He's just one of the beings who realized the truth. And I think it's so important to understand that he didn't say, worship me and you're going to be saved. That you don't have to do as I do. What he said is, I am the way, I am the path. And in other words, be like me, embody the same energy that I have embodied, which is not separate from any one of you. He said that there will be more powerful beings, there will be more embodiment of this that comes, there will be more miraculous things than even I do. And I just think that is a disservice that the Christian faith has done to Christians, to push their divinity to something outside of themselves, when you're never going to find divinity outside of yourself, ever. Because it's not outside of you. It is what you are. So if you're looking for that somewhere outside of yourself, that is a form of disempowerment, that is a control mechanism, because the church wants to have power. And they don't want you to be able to worship within your own heart. But that is where the true place of worship is. You don't need any church. You don't need to go to some special place. The divine is quite literally everywhere. And my experience of what the devil is the illusion of that separation. It's the idea that the sacred is somewhere outside of you. And so much of this world is cast in that illusion. And I think that to really embody the light, you have to go into the darkness, into the underworld, and you have to understand this illusion. And that is how you move through it back into the light, and how you find the space within you that is a light that cannot be extinguished, that illuminates this illusion. And in that is where our true understanding, our passion, our love, our peace, that is the kingdom of heaven, is seeing through that illusion. The devil actually doesn't exist because all it is an illusion. And that's the thing. It's even the devil is a fallen angel, correct? All that the angels are like slices of God. It's the first individuation from God. On, like, say it's a circle, like the monad, the center of all things. And then you cut that into like pie slices, and those are the angels. And so even the devil, that illusion, is part of the divine because it helps the people to wake up to the truth. But we have to be willing to see that illusion. I just think that that's such an important thing. There really truly is nothing to fear. All that exists is the divine. And even the illusions of this world, devil energy, it's all helping the people to wake up to the truth, to remember that we are all one. And that the Christos, the divine, the power of the light of eternity exists within every single one of us. It's not separate from us. And in my experience, as my person's experience, this person, I had to go through excruciating pain to realize, like, it wasn't real, to wake up from the illusion. And for me, that looked like years of trauma and abuse, and my father screaming at me how I'm a fucking loser piece of shit who needs to be in a mental institution, and my whole family literally trying to put me in a mental institution because I was talking about these things, because I was having an awakening. And I don't say this to like have any negativity towards my father or my family. I'm actually grateful. I'm very grateful. So, Dad, if you see this, I love you. And I'm grateful because everything you put me through helped me to realize the truth within myself and to embody what I believe is important for humanity and the earth and myself, and to not be like a spoiled little brat, which I kind of was when I was younger, like thinking I deserved the world to like give me something. And I realized that I had to be grateful for what I had and stop expecting all these extravagant things, that true peace and happiness needs nothing. And that's where truth and happiness exist, is within the no thing, which is what God is. God is not a thing. It's not a physical thing. It doesn't exist in time. It is beyond all of that. It's the field of awareness, the consciousness, that is the space within which all of this dream of experience blossoms into. And within, it's not something separate from anything. But that's why people have such a hard time understanding what God is. It's like the person who writes the book isn't in the book. You know what I mean? Like, think of that like a story. Somebody who wrote, like J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter, but she's not a character in Harry Potter. But the entirety of what Harry Potter is from her. And that's how this third density is. God is not within it except for as all of the creations of it, which is also God. So it's not like there's going to be a being named God who's in this third dimension. That's not how it works. God is the entirety of everything that has ever been or ever will be. And that includes every single one of us. And that's not to say like Matthew Miller, this being Running Wolf, my medicine name as I like to go as, that's not saying I'm God. It's that God is me. It's like I'm a puppet of God, as we all are, as every single person that's ever been or ever will be. And what Ascension, what a descended master is somebody who recognizes that within themselves and within others, and is able to hold and cultivate and facilitate that safe space for others to come into that remembrance within themselves as well, by holding that light, by becoming a beacon, a lighthouse for others, to remember the truth. And the thing is about the truth, the truth is simple. It's not complex. It's that you are all that is. You always have been, you always will be. And the illusion that you are separate, that God isn't within and through you as you, that's illusion. That's what devil energy is. And so anything that tells you that you are not the divine, that you are not sacred, that all things are not sacred, that is an illusion. And that is what the devil is. And once we all see through that illusion, there will quite literally be heaven on earth. Because we will start to treat others as the sacred that they are, as the truth of what they are, instead of thinking that somehow we're above them and we're able to treat people badly, or that is quite literally the root of all killing, rape, murder, all of the negative things in the world. All of them come from somebody thinking that they're separate from what's everything else. That is the only way that we can justify treating others horribly, is thinking that we're not one and the same, that we're not the same thing, which is life, which is existence itself manifesting through different perspectives. The same thing that's within me is the same thing that's within you. You are that light, family. You are the divine. You are quite literally God inside of a person, like living out a dream. Manifest reality is not like concrete. This third dimension is not concrete. Where does it exist at? Where does the universe at? And it all came from a little tiny pin dot and then exploded into everything. So science only needs one miracle, right? And that's the thing. Everything is a miracle. This is a dream that is existing within the divine, the mind of the divine, the heart of the divine. It is within the center of all things. And so again, I just want to touch on this, that all things, all of the sacred beings, anybody who you work with, Durga, if you work with Green Tara, if you work with Jesus, if you work with Archangel Michael, if you work with anything that you work with, is what you are. It's just a slice of the divine, which is what you are. It's not separate from you, family. It is you. All of those things are you from a different perspective. So I just wanted to share this morning, and if it resonates for you, friends and family, wonderful. If not, so be it. That is medicine too. So I'm sending out my prayers and my blessings and my love and my light and all the good things to each and every one of you. May we all see through the illusion of separation and one by one return home to put our guns down, to see each other in the truth of what we are. The remembrance that we are all one. We always have been. We always will be.